What's up, man? You already know what it is, man. It's the raspy one, man. It's your boy, Reese. I'm sitting next to the greatest co-host on the planet, Rick Jones.
Oh, Reese, man, you're far too kind. Man, listen, we recognize you can be tapped into anybody in the world right now, but you're rocking with your boys, Rick and Reese, and you already know.
We appreciate that. Man, listen, y'all know how I am, man. I always tell them, man, it's summertime, man. No AC, roll the windows down. Turn the volume all the way up, man, because for real, we about to dive into something, man, we talking money, talking murder, talking crime at a high level.
Sound provocative to me.
Man, we talking about, man, arguably one of the most notorious gangs in the history of the city that we grew up in.
Hold up, man, listen. I got something for you. Let me read this for you, man.
I'm walking with you. With you.
The Short North Posse might be the most notorious street gang in Columbus history. For more than 25 years, it's been the biggest, baddest, gun-totingest, drug-slangingest, most murderous bunch in town. Many longtime residents say the posse protected its own against outsiders and took care of its Highland Park neighbors. Whether they were gang members or not, this is who they was. So it was crazy, man, just to read about it, man.
And we're not just gonna leave them there, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We talking about a story of overcoming,
resilience,
redemption.
Absolutely.
See what I mean? So a lot of times we get stuck at the money, murder, and mayhem.
Right.
But you gotta tell the whole story. It's been myths. It's been lies.
Right.
But today, man, we get it from the horse's mouth, man.
Yes, sir.
Who we got sitting at the table with us today? I mean, to me, it's family.
It's family.
But go ahead, though.
You know, this is family. We go back. But today, man, we got to hear from the horse's mouth. No more sprinkles of truth. Like you said, no more lies, no more rumors. You heard it here at the Rick and Reese first. I got my guy, my fam, Wesley Moore and Marky Moore, a.k.a. Parquet. Holla at us, man.
What's going on, fellas, man? What's good, man? It feels good to be sitting around the mic with y'all fellas, man.
Yes, sir.
True love is sitting in this room. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
It's been a long time coming, man.
Absolutely.
How y'all been, man? How everything been treating y'all?
Man, everything been good, man. You know, hey, just working, man.
Yeah.
Overworked and underpaid. You know where that come from, right? Come on,
Right.
But love the work that we do, but you know, that's what we've been up to.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Man, I know a lot of people been trying to get this interview with y'all, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Man, this stuff is, man, it's major. Seriously.
Huge.
So much so, man. And we're going to talk about it later on in the story. But, man, you know, Wes was sharing some things with me, man. I was blown away about who was trying to really get the story and all this type of stuff, man. So, man, you know, Reese like to go right in.
You know, I love to get right to it.
Right,
but
right.
I'm gonna take a page out of your book. Man, we're gonna go back to the beginning. I usually like to get to the nuts and bolts. Let's skip it all.
Thank you, man. Take your time.
We're gonna go to the beginning.
Take your time.
But man, I'm gonna just say this though. Man, I love the fact that, man, y'all sitting here able to share this information.
Yes, indeed.
That's huge.
Right? Over the years.
Yeah.
We done buried a lot of people. You know what I mean? So the fact that, man, y'all able to sit here and share this, man, is a crazy blessing. But man, you know what I mean? Just for the listeners, man, before we dive into all of that, man, let's go back to childhood. Man, I'm talking about, you know, running to the park, sliding down the sliding boards and whatnot. Man, what was your upbringing like, man? And kind of take us through a little bit of just your home life, your upbringing as kids.
And where do y'all grow up at? Because people think y'all from the Short originally, but you know, tell us all
you
of
know,
that.
y'all talking about slimy through the mud. We done been through that mud, man.
You know what? Before we touch in, and you know, that's the beauty of it. Like how you say, you know, be able to give the story out. You know what I'm saying? Because we was told all our life that we had never seen the age of 18 years old. You know,
For sure.
So that's the beauty of it, that we can go back now, start beginning from, you know, I like to say we a chameleon because we was raised in so many different projects.
We adapted everything.
We adapted anything that came our way and stuff. But we originally born in the Baba Arms.
Wow. Okay.
You know, that's where, you know, we get on social media, Facebook and everything, Todd, Miles, all them be like
second circle, cartwheels,
spark.
Hold up, second circle? It's 5 circles, wasn't it?
Five circles.
So y'all from that second circle.
From second circle. He was born in apartment 12, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So a lot of the childhood memory, I mean, that's where I really can physically remember is the Baba Arms and stuff. And also we stayed on Mound Street as well. But like where it all began, really started experiencing a lot of trauma, and what we was going through is really about arms, you know what I'm saying? So that's a lot of memory for us. Like I said, we originally from the Ball Arms. We was really born there, honestly. Wow. You know, my mom and them came from Kentucky. They originally from Kentucky, and they came up here and stuff. And the first project that they came to was the Ball Arms, the First Circle. And that's where we was originally born, the First Circle. Wow. Then we left from Ball Arms, went to move to Mound Street to Ohio Avenue. We just bounced all the way around and then ended right back into Ball Arms, apartment 12. You know, next beside me was my best friend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's sick. I still remember that apartment, man. I still remember that apartment where y'all stayed. I think it used to be a basketball court right there.
Yeah.
Man, I remember West, man. I'm like, this is crazy, man. I used to come over your house, knock on the door. Is West here? You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. Yeah. Just had those memories.
You tossed a word out, man, that, you know, I think it's popular now. I don't think it was as popular when we was kids. We didn't necessarily use the word, but you said, you know, trauma.
Right,
you know
right.
what I mean? And so, like, at that age when you was young, like, was you aware? You know what I mean? A lot of times when you in the hood growing up, you think it's normal and fun and everyday life, even though in real life it was struggle. But we think everybody's doing it.
Yeah,
so was you aware of that, or now that you're older, you can call it trauma?
Yeah, now that I'm aware of it, now that I'm older and stuff, but it was a way of life. It was just, you know, you taught not to cry, none of that type of stuff. So it was just, you know, you go outside the door, everybody's facing everything what you're facing, or going through what you're going through. You got 5 circles that's doing the same thing, you know what I'm saying? So it's a norm, you know? It's like when you coming outside, you hearing a gunshot, it's a norm, you know what I'm saying? You seeing somebody get stabbed, any of that type of stuff. He's like, ain't nothing wrong with that, because this is what I see every day. You feel what I'm saying?
And it's crazy, man, because what I learned just growing up and, you know, growing up in the arms and where I've been at in my life, you know, sometimes behind our walls, we think we the only ones going through these things. Like, you know, I remember when I was hungry. I remember when I was dealing with a lot of things with my family. We ain't have money. It was poverty. So what exactly you feel was the trauma for you all behind your walls?
Probably pretty much, you know, just not having no grown-ups there to give you no guidance. You know what I mean? So that was trauma within itself, you know, because we know all kids and all youth need guidance, and not having that.
Absolutely.
And we had to turn to the streets to get guidance. So that was trauma, because who we turned to, it was all setting us up for failure. So,
wow.
And it begins, you know, no mother and no father in the house. You know, first when we was kids, you know, we had our mom and stuff, you know, and then, you know, you talking about the 80s when the crack epidemic hit real tough.
Absolutely.
So it been times where we inside the house, we 7, 8 years old or younger, right? And you know, we going weeks without seeing our mom. You know what I'm saying? But we was in survival mode, you know what I'm saying? My brother, still to this day, right now, he fixed everything. You know what I'm saying? We probably had a TV, you know how you used to have to put the antenna on there.
Yeah, with the hanger.
He be the one fixing the TVs to make sure we can watch TV. He's the best cook. He's the best cook in our family right now. Start cooking something, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like 4 siblings underneath us, and we the oldest, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, during that time, you know, like you said, we didn't know the word trauma, but we just like, you know, we was missing the mother and the father in our household. But then, you know, our mom, it's the most beautiful thing came in our life because she created us, but she also taught us how to survive, you know what I'm saying, while she was fighting her demons and stuff.
So where do you think, man, you know, man, listening to that, like, man, you just said y'all was 7, 8 years old. You know what I mean? Having to be adults, basically, you know what I mean? Parquet cooking and fixing and, you know what I mean, for his siblings, but y'all ain't that far in age. You know what I'm saying? Man, where do you think that resilience, like where that resilience come from? Because I'm sure his other kids can relate to the trauma, but wasn't as resilient. You know what I mean? So where did that come from at that young age?
I think that just come from the bloodline, man. You know, my mom went through that. You know, our dads left her. She had to struggle it out and figure it out. So that just came from the bloodline.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Wow. So
As I sit back and think about that, I was thinking about the times that, like, you know, most people got a lot of food. And how, do y'all remember when the milkman used to deliver the carts and stuff?
I used to steal the ones from the third and fourth circle. I used to steal them all.
that was you?
That was me.
Yo, it's like 6, 7 o'clock. And, you know, most kids, 7 years old, is asleep.
Yeah.
We getting up, putting our clothes on, about to go hit everybody's house who's getting the milks and eggs and
The big
cereal,
government cheese.
the big government cheese. By the time we finish hitting every last circle, we got around about 20 carts of eggs, orange juice, cereal. We got all that because we in survival mode. You feel what I'm saying? And everybody else, they about to get up and eat probably some eggs, bacon, whatever mom about to do. But we ain't seen her mom.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, but, you know,
So Parquet was the one, huh? Parquet, you old, man.
No, now, man.
You
for
old
sure.
now,
The
man.
Christmas lights that was missing in them bushes. I mean, I had to have them back then.
Right.
We had to have it, man. We was in survival mode,
Yeah,
man. We ain't
man.
have nothing, so you know.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy, and I don't want to put the cart before the horse, but man, sometimes, you know, crimes and things happen not because of they a bad person, but because they're in survival mode.
That's it.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't want to put the cart before the horse because I do want to talk about that later. So let's just put a pin in that, man, because I want to talk about what y'all doing now. But man, yeah, that's crazy that you said that though, man. Because you know, I think I missed a couple of cartons, man, when I was living right by y'all, man. But it's all good, man. So man, y'all was young, and then take us to you know, as y'all was teenagers, to y'all to school. And what school did you guys go to?
Before we transition to that, man, was it ever, so at that age, obviously, man, y'all in survival mode, man, did y'all ever end up going to Juvenile Detention Center? Like at that age with the stuff y'all was wrapped up in and just trying to survive and make it, was it ever like group home or was it ever like Juvenile Detention Center at that young age?
Oh, definitely. We all seen the Juvenile Detention Center. Bro was in there many a time.
Yeah, many times and getting taken away from out of the door from children's service, honestly. You know, so, but me and my other brothers and sisters, they just so small. When they did came in there, we ran out the back door.
Yeah.
And left them and stuff. And then, you know, when we touch into about us, you know, and getting older and getting ourselves together, we still kids, but came back to get our brothers and sisters.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, I wondered that though, because you know what I mean? A lot of kids, you know what I mean, even now, when you faced with that type of lifestyle, you know what I mean, at that young age, you get thrusted into the system early.
I was actually, you know, saying, God rest his soul, my cousin Putty. Y'all know Putty. You know what I'm saying? I was 10 years old and Putty was younger than me, you know what I'm saying? But he was like my big cousin, you know, my big brother. Putty was fast on everything and stuff, but I was 10 years old. And I'll never forget this. They come and pick us up from the Bavars and getting in the car. I'm like, man, they driving. You know, we 10, they 12, but they driving. Oh, this is I'm naive to it. You know what I'm saying? Driving in the car and stuff. And I'll never forget when we stopped, it was like on Atchison and what's that? Maryland. And it's like, get out, look at the police. You know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting in the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting in the car, you know what I'm saying? And start, everybody else running and stuff. And I was like, why everybody running? You know what I'm saying? It was like, we in a stolen car. You know what I'm saying? I jump out and start running and stuff. But all I just knew was like, okay, I'm at Maryland swimming pool. Let me get to the Bavars. Let me get to the circles. The police is not catching me. You know what I'm saying? Let me get around these circles and stuff. But eventually I ended up getting caught anyway. You know what I'm saying? Took it downtown. And I can't even remember who, you know, I know they was looking for mom at the time, but somebody came and got me out of there and stuff at the time, yeah.
Man, I didn't even know you was spending time in the juvie, man. I didn't know
that, I mean, that was just that one time. And you know, I actually spent a year in there, you know what I'm saying? I get to that, you know what I'm saying, why I spend that year and stuff, you know.
So Park, you ever been in there? You been in there?
Yeah, y'all been in there.
Couple
times, for nothing major though.
Okay.
You know, I always try to elude the law, so it was a little major stuff, a little minor stuff.
I do a lot of work down there right now at the JIC. It was a Juvenile Detention Center. Now it's a Juvenile Intervention Center. Yeah. And, you know, a lot of the kids, they come back and forth. You know, you see that recidivism, right? They come back and forth, and then they end up graduating to the adults, and they get bound over. Yeah. You know, so man, is, you know, once you're in that system, man, it's kind of like hard to get out because, you know, now you're on ankle monitor, house arrest, you got a probation officer, you got all this, man. So, when I look at these kids, man, it's kind of hard to get out of that stuff, man. So, but talk to us a little more, man, about, now y'all getting older, y'all moved out of Bible Arms and how did y'all land to what, Short North?
No, actually, so our rest of our family is from the Windsor Terrace.
Okay.
So we leave the Bible Arms and we go to the Terrace. And we go to the Terrace, and that's when the crime and violence began. Seeing it, understanding what we faced against,
Now y'all how old? Like, so y'all in the Terrace, how old? When y'all moved to the Terrace, y'all like?
I'm 12, right? I'm 12 years old. So Park could be about 10 then at that time. And that's when my mom was on real heavily on drugs then at that time and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to Indianola, right? Yeah, I was going to Indianola. Yeah, I was 6th grade. And our aunt was taking care of us, but she's taking care of my mom's kids and also her kids in a small apartment. But, you're not realizing it's small. You just glad to be somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But reality, we already in a hustle mode, a survival mode, and you trying to get something to eat to take care of your brothers and sisters and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then you start hitting the streets. You know what I'm saying? So at 12 years old, I'm hitting the streets inside the Terrace and stuff, and still getting some help. The first thing a person do is put some drugs in your hand. You know what I'm saying? Here, get your money. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? So you 12 years old and you see that you make $300-$400 within 10 minutes. You going back home and we going back to fast pick. Yeah, let me get $20 worth of lunch meat, $20 worth of cheese and this bread and stuff. And I'm walking back in the house. So I'm no longer the big brother. I'm also a father figure to my brothers now. You know what I'm saying? Because now you become a provider, a lover, a supporter, you know what I'm saying? And he always been by my side, you know what I'm saying?
So you're talking about 12. So now you moving and shaking.
Yeah.
Right? Entry to it, but like at 12 years old.
12 years old.
You out here trying to provide.
Yeah.
Like a father to your siblings. So now obviously I know you said your mom, she had her challenges. Man, what was that relationship like? Like, you know what I mean? Was it any level of, discipline at all? Or was it more so like, man, I'm gonna come and go. You know what I mean? Like I want, even though I'm 12, I'm gonna be able to kind of move and shake like I want.
Yeah, it was when nobody there. So it was, I'm gonna do what I wanna do. I'm gonna make sure my brothers and sisters them eat, make sure they got clothes on their back. You know what I'm saying? If our parents ain't doing it, I'm doing it now. So it became a norm to me now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to school, but I can't wait to get out of school to sell some dope. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting this money in this school, can't take care of my brothers and sisters and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's, all right, go to school. And then at this time, I'm playing football. I play basketball, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't important to me no more because it was important to me making sure I get home on time, probably even get my brothers and sisters off the bus, you know what I'm saying? To make sure children's safety ain't running up in this house no more, you know what I'm saying? And making sure we got some food, you know what I'm saying?
So at 12, man, was there any recollection of like what you was really involved in? Like, did you understand at all? Like, what's at stake? Jail? What type of jail time could be at stake? Or was it just like, man, I'm young. I got a way to get money to alleviate these hunger pains, and this is just how I'm moving and shaking.
That's how it was, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't no repercussion behind it. I ain't even thinking about getting killed at the time, you know what I'm saying? Or going to jail, you know what I'm saying? All I just know is this dollar's in front of me and it's so easy to get, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't had time to think about it or think I was doing something wrong because I come outside, it's, I'm 12, but it's also 20 more 12-year-olds doing it with me, 13-year-olds doing it, you know what I'm saying? So it's a way of life what we doing. So we thinking everything is cool. But the difference is I have responsibilities. They was going home back to their moms and that they ain't really had to do it. But someone had to do it. But me, I'm doing it to take care of my brothers and sisters. A lot of, as I got older, even still right now, I think about it and stuff like we didn't get in the game for the glory and to have money to buy the jewelry, the cars, and all that type of stuff. It was to take care of us. You know what I'm saying? It was to take care of us. It wasn't really a showboat thing for us. But one thing we did learn was the responsibility. Save your money will save you, because that's what my uncle always used to tell us and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, most people, when they was getting the money and stuff, they run into the malls first, you know what I'm saying? We was running back here, giving adults who we stand with, here goes some money on the electric bill, here goes some money on the gas bill, here's some money on the water, the rent. You feel what I'm saying? And here goes some money to get the food. You know what I'm saying? And then we had something later. We going to get the new Jordans or Nikes that came out. But we ain't getting it just for ourselves. We getting it for our brothers and sisters also. Wow. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was the difference of us doing what we was doing at that age. You know what I'm saying? It was just, we had the world on our shoulder at a young age.
I can imagine, man, just, when you really trying to take care of your family and, you're hungry, your electric is off and all these different things, man, like how could you focus on school, So, what was your attendance like in school and your grades like in school? And did Parquet go through the similar things, or was you in school while he was taking care of everybody?
Oh no, I was out there too.
Oh, you was out there with him?
I was out there with him too.
Oh wow.
He was doing him. He was on that end. I was on this end. So we can collect it from both ways, So, yeah.
So, and like my brother said, that gave me flashbacks of thinking about that. It was like, bro, you get this side, I got this side.
Wow.
So, everybody's then, y'all remember back in the day, they run into the cars to serve somebody.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like 5, 6, 7 people running into the car.
Fighting for the car.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. You got a better chance getting the car over here. I got a better chance getting the car over here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's always been like a team thing. And, you know what I'm saying? Like he was younger. And so what I'm experiencing at this age, he's younger than me. Everybody be, until I went to jail and came out, they thought he was the older brother.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought that until just recently.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, what?
That lets you know, like, so when I go to jail, how much pressure he had on him.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't even no pressure on me because it was normal.
It was normal.
It was I'm picking it up. I got to pick up all the weight now.
Yeah. So I got this side and that side now.
Yeah.
Not far as a hustle.
Not
this better take care of the brothers and sisters and everything as a whole. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. My goodness, man. That's a lot.
And you got to think, when he went to jail, I was only 15.
Yeah.
So I had to take on all that responsibility as a 15-year-old.
Wow.
So
man, so
we was a grown man overnight.
So let's ease into that. We want to transition into now. You guys were young, y'all were doing it. Y'all was working the neighborhood, Parquet on this side, you on that side. Y'all was getting to the cars quicker than everybody else.
Yeah.
Now y'all older, y'all been doing this for a while. So ease us into the time now, y'all, you go to jail and Parquet, he's handling the weight.
Well, before we get to that part, so we in the terrace during this time and stuff. So my mom get out of jail. And, we seeing her, and, now we the fathers of the family. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's no more, we still your sons, but we grown.
Yeah.
We've been handling this and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And so she told us, go to the short north. I'll give y'all a better living.
Yeah.
In short north, because we coming from projects and we never seen houses. You know what I'm saying? And short north is houses. You know what I'm saying? We never been in a house.
Right.
It's always
you got a yard.
What?
Garages. I know.
You know what I'm saying? And
that's real.
We moved to the short north, 1333 North 5th Street. Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But prior to moving in that house, before she get out there, so she's like, I want y'all to go to we go to our cousins and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But we bouncing around the short north from house to house to house. We don't have really a house to go to. You feel what I'm saying? We sleeping in abandoned cars, buildings, you know what I'm saying? Wherever we can just, get to the bag at. You know what I'm saying?
How old at this point?
13.
14, 15 years old and stuff now.
Sleeping in cars.
Yeah, that was our hustle mode. Yeah, but
we ain't had no choice. It wasn't just hustling mode.
but just
we had
living,
to be there.
just
We had to
surviving.
survive,
You know
Nowhere
what I'm
else
saying?
to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like we was choosing to sleep in
Yeah,
the hustle
yeah,
in there.
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
all in one. That was the trap house and the crib.
Yeah.
Before they was calling them traps.
Yeah, right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So like you 13 and bouncing from house to house, and then my brother buy him a car. How old was you then?
About 11 or 12.
12. Yeah. so
Bought my
that's-
first Mustang.
At 12 years old.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He didn't know how to drive. He used to pay people to ride him.
We got
Drive
so
him
money
around.
was
So the
easy
younger,
to us,
so the
man.
younger brother bought the car
Yeah.
before the older brother.
No, he had a car.
No, I had a car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had a car.
Yeah, I had
Okay.
a car.
Yeah.
I bought me
An Acura.
the
was a
Riviera.
A Riviera. It was- yeah, one of them.
Yeah, I bought a Riviera because
Okay.
the older dudes and them had a Riviera
Yeah, it
with
was
the
cold
trues and the
back then.
bows and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah,
So I bought me a Riviera and stuff. So we just out in the short, and we get out there. It was short north, but they was really more into sports.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
coming from the terrace, whereas violence and real drugs is going down.
Mm-hmm.
We got out to the short north. Still to this day has some of the most coldest athletes.
Name.
We can
You know
name
what
them
I'm
now.
saying?
Yeah.
Look, you start saying Kai,
Yeah.
T-Frame,
Yeah.
West, you know what I'm saying? Woody,
Stars.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They was known for like sports when we get out there, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when the years start forming around. Now it's becoming the short north posse, you know what I'm saying?
And that's because the terrorists came.
Because the terrorists came to the short north.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And when the terrorists came to the short north, they call themselves trying to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? But we from the terrorists.
Right.
That's our family, But we like, nah, ain't none of this jumping off. You know what I'm saying? And my cousin, D. Russ.
Okay. Yep.
D.
No,
Russ
D.
is really from the terrorists, you know what I'm saying? And then, he was running the terrorists and stuff like that
Yeah.
back then.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he moves to the short north, and now, you know what I'm
Short
saying?
North Posse.
Now, they had Detroit boys out there. They had Indiana, Jamaicans out there. And so now it's forming like, nah, this is ours. You know what I'm saying? And it was a family thing, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And that's when the short really began at that time, you know what I'm saying?